Yo, what's good? This is your boy Pain, where we slide right in with that shotgun. And in today's video, y'all see it in the title. Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we have something special, y'all. We got something real special. We're about to go over the best, and I'm telling you, it's the best warlock build on the internet. There's a lot of other builds out, especially the Stasis, but they ain't built like us, bro. I mean, y'all see it on the screen. Damn, come on, man. Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me. There's not going to be any gameplay of this build because a lot of people's been asking me about, mods, especially newer players. What should I use? What should I go for? So instead of having gameplay at the tail end of the videos like everybody else, I'm just going to actually really go in depth and what you should really be running, especially on Shadebinder. Okay, if you guys didn't know, this is my favorite aspect, subclass, and just element in general. That's what we're gonna start off the video with. And I just love the whole ice and freezing type. I know a lot of people be bitching about it, bro, but I mean, everybody be bitching about something, so I'm gonna just use what I like. First thing we're gonna start off with is an empowering rift. A lot of people gonna be asking me, how come we aren't using killing rift? There's a multitude of reasons why we aren't using killing rift. I really go for empowering rift just for a simple fact that the frame data is a lot faster than this frame data right here, which means I will get my empowering rift off faster. And the way you really want to be using empowering rift, since I am running frost pulse, you really use this defensively, okay, really defensively, or you could pop behind a corner, just so you could have the rift into like a little safe area so you can shoot and you can actually get a damage buff. And there's a lot of guns out there which I'll be going over where if I get any damage buff, I'm two-tapping, you feel what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I use empowering rift. Healing rift is good, but you really don't need healing rift, especially since the primary gun that I'm particularly using since I am on a controller. And also I just feel like, I don't know, just for on Stasis, if you're not using empowering rift, you're doing something wrong. Burst Sky is what you're using to Titan, I was about to say Titan, so use the Destiny 1 to Warlock skate. I'm sorry, that's how you Warlock skate. If you guys didn't know, mobility is really tied to your Warlock skating, yo. Now, I haven't really gone over any of these stats yet, but just so we can talk about this real quick, Burst Guide is really tied to your mobility stat. So if you do like skating like really fast, 60 is probably too high. You probably want to stay around the 20, 30, shit, even maybe 10. And the lower the mobility, the faster you are. But in hindsight, that's really not that good, because at the highest level in any PvP related type game, your strafing and your movement makes all the difference. I mean, you can go ahead and skate as fast as you really want to, but if you aren't moving side to side quickly and crouch strafing and you aren't doing any of that stuff, you're really just going to be a sitting duck because everyone's going to hit their shots. You're not evasive enough. And that's why I am running 60, and that's why I am running Burst Glide. Burst Glide, like I said, is usually used for Warlock skate. You can still Warlock skate if you are at 60, but it's not as good compared to if you're running a 20 or 30 mobility stat. Next thing we got up is Phenomenal Blast. This is the automatic freeze. Like, I feel like Sub-Zero when I'm using this thing, bro. No cap. You really want to be using this if like a shotgun's chasing you, or if you slide into an engagement and you see like 2 or 3 people. This is what you probably want to be dishing out, just for the simple fact that you have ice flare bolts. We didn't get into that, but ice flare bolts chain, and you can get a couple of other frozen targets. And just like I said, I usually try to use this defensively. Sometimes I am a little aggressive with it, but majority of the time I try to have it as like a backup. Like if I overextend and I go back and cover and I don't got my rift and I know they're going to be rushing me, I'm gonna use Phenomenal Blast because I know that's going to catch them off guard, because no one's using Stasis, especially Shadebinder. You feel what I'm saying? You guys already know what the move is. I feel like Sub-Zero. Call me Painbinder, bro. You already know what the move is. Cold Snaps, it's self-explanatory. You guys saw exactly what exotic I had on at the beginning of this video. I did not go over that yet, but we will be touching that soon. Cold Snap, it's a grenade that freezes on impact and sends another seeker to find and freeze targets. With the gloves that I do currently have on, it this gets buffed to a whole different level. It makes it day one cold snap grenades, but on crack. You feel what I'm saying? So this is definitely I can't even talk about it because it's so damn good. This is what makes the build. This is what makes Shadebinder so damn good. And the main reason why I like Cold Snap Grenade, because if you guys didn't play D1, if you guys also didn't know, I was #1 in Rift Salvage, I was #2 in Rumble, I was #3 in Skirmish out of all on both consoles, PS4 and Xbox One at the time, back when D1 was playing. And at the time, when I first started playing, and I think it was like in year 1, it was in year 1 when Thorn and Last Word was really, suppressive. Well, the reason why I was so suppressive is because the Warlock had what's it called? Firebolt grenades. Firebolt grenades of Viking Funeral, and literally every engagement you lead with a nade. And that's exactly how you really want to play this class. If you want to push or challenge any engagement before you do anything, you throw a nade to where you see a whole bunch of people where they're at. Because a lot of times in this game, a lot of people will be holding hands. This cancels all that. If a hunter is invisible, actually, I'm not even going to break down exactly what these gloves do. That's for another video. Just know Cold Snap is what we're going to be using with this build. You guys already know the move is. Ice Flare Bolts is the aspect we're going to be choosing for PvP. Shattering and frozen targets spawn seekers that track and freeze other nearby enemies. You guys saw the video in the beginning. Okay, it's self-explanatory, man. I mean, you guys know what all this stuff does. You guys already know what this stuff does. Really, sorry, I had to take a breath here real quick. I'm just getting so excited because I'm feeling like Sub-Zero or Frozo right now.
Fatality. Sub-Zero wins.
Now let's continue. Frost Pulse. Frost Pulse. Okay, casting your rift generates a shockwave that freezes your nearby enemies. This is exactly what I was talking about. Frost Pulse is for your rift, and that's the reason why we are using Empowering Rift, because it, like I said, it's faster frame data, bro. The faster you get this out, the quicker you'll be able to freeze them. And a lot of times when you're weak, and like especially if it's in a 2v1 and you aren't using the particular guns I'm using, you're going to be weak. They're going to try to push you. So if you know they're going to try to push you and you have this on, not only does it have a faster frame data input for Frost Pulse, but you will be freezing them, bro. Easy kills, easy kills. That's exactly why I'm using Frost Pulse. I mean, all these other ones like Bleak Watcher and Glacial Harvest is good, but I'm not even going to cap. This shit is built for PvE, man. Bleak Watcher and Glacial Harvest, this shit's meant for PvE. I mean, you can literally run that in Trials, but bro, I'm not playing behind no turret. That's not happening. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to my fragments here. Whisper of Torment, you gain grenade energy each time you take damage from targets. So this is actually really good. Help me get my nades back. Like I said, the main thing of this build is having all your abilities, because Intellect got nerfed, and I'm really confused on why people even run Intellect. Castle made a video on it, and it's to the point where there's no point really to run Intellect unless you're like a bubble or a whale, you feel what I'm saying? So that's why I am running Whisper of Torment, because all my abilities, it needs to be max, and this is another way for me to get that max ability back up as soon as possible. Whisper of Chains, while you're near frozen targets or friendly stasis crystal, you take reduced damage from targets. If you guys saw the 3 Titan stasis on YouTube, I know you guys probably seen that by now. You build a lot of resist with having this mod on, bro. I mean, it's an easy and it's a plus recovery. I honestly wasn't even paying attention what this mod even did. I just looked at +10 recovery and I slapped it on. A lot of these I really try to help my stats get a little bit higher. The next one we are using is Whisper of Endurance. The main reason why I'm using Whisper of Endurance is to get my melee up. I want 100 melee. If I was not running this, I will probably be using, where is it at? Where will I be using? It would be, here it is right here. I'll be using Hedrons. But this brings me down to, damn, this should bring me down to 80. Yeah, I ain't using this. Not happening. So that's why we are using Whisper of Endurance, just for the strength. And the last fragment we are using is Whisper of Rending. Kinetic weapons do increased damage to stasis. A lot of times when I freeze people, they defrost really, really fast. So this actually helps into securing the kill and chaining off my ice flare bolts. And yeah, that's pretty much the build for my stasis, you know, my stasis actual subclass. So let's go over the weapons, okay? These are before I go over the weapons, this is my personal opinion on weapons. You guys can use whatever you want, to be real. Only thing that I'll have to tell you guys to have is Demolitionist on anything. That's going to really help you. Besides that, you guys can use whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. But let's go ahead and get into it. We're using the Crimson. I have 20,000 kills on this. There will be a video of me dropping mad kills with this gun, bro. This is my favorite gun of all time. It's the Red Death. A lot of people on console know about it. I honestly love it. It makes me feel like I'm playing Halo. If you guys didn't know, my Onyx in Halo Infinite, you know, I used to sell 50s back in the day, MLG 50s back in the day, bro. I'm a Halo bro. I'm a Halo bro. That's what I am. I'm a Halo bro. I just made that up. I'm a Halo bro. You guys know what the Crimson do, bro. I only really use pulses and Crimson. I always wanted Crimson, not Crimson, but a hand cannon to get into like a pulse form, and Crimson just did this, and ever since then I could never let it go. I just dropped 20 kills on it, and a video will be on that soon. Just stay posted. This is another big aspect to my build here, is the Found Verdict, and this Found Verdict is actually a god roll in my opinion. Smoothbore is actually getting a buff coming up, okay? So I'm not really too sure how good that's going to be, but Smoothbore is really good. I might have to use this, and this might be the new god roll, you feel what I'm saying? I have Rifle Barrel, Smoothbore. I'm using Rifle Barrel just for the simple fact I am increasing the range here. What you really want is as much range as possible. If I had opening shot on this, my range will get pushed out to like 80, but by then my I'm already at max range, and they're bringing in the maximum range you can even kill shotguns in general. So I feel like Rifle Barrel is definitely my go-to right now. I have Accurized and I have Assault Mag. I feel like Assault Mag is cool, but I'm going for those deep one-shot kills, so I'm using Accurized. And a lot of times I really don't need Assault Mag because I'm freezing somebody, so when they're frozen, I don't really need to shoot a little bit faster because they're in place, bro. If I'm missing a enemy that's in place and frozen, I should just probably just turn off my Xbox at that point. You feel what I'm saying? The next perk we got is Surplus. Surplus is an S tier, probably the best in slot. The only other perk I'll probably have right here is Slide Shot, but even then, this handling on this is so slow. And the biggest thing about Surplus is that it charges you for as many abilities you have. So if I have an exotic like I do that gives me an extra nade, I could throw a nade and the game will still think I have I technically do have 3 abilities. So I still have max. I literally have max handling. Even if I use both my nades, I have 2 abilities left. You feel what I'm saying? So Surplus is always so good. There are some times where I completely deplete all my abilities, but since my uptimes are so fast, I really don't have to worry about that. Best in slot, whether it would be the time lost version or the regular Found Verdict. I'm personally not getting the time lost version because I feel like it's a waste of my time. I'm not sitting there I'm not doing that. That's not happening. Demolitionist is what makes this gun pop, okay? This is actually the perfect god roll that I wanted. Every time I get a kill, it generates grenade energy, and it's a chunk. So if you get 2 kills, with this, more likely you're going to be getting your nade within the next 10 seconds. That's just how it usually is. And especially if you're freezing somebody, bro, I'm telling you right now, Demolitionist is by far the best perk on this shotgun. It was opening shot. I did have one with opening shot, but I deleted it just for the simple fact that opening shot is getting nerfed, number 1, and number 2, the range is being brought in this shotgun I currently have now. I did some range testing, and this shotgun and my one with opening shot, literally the same exact roll, was killing at the same distance. So there's really no point even really using opening shot. Yeah, it's a little bit more accuracy due to the cones tightening and everything, but Demolitionist for this build is unmatched. And we are wrapping it up with a ranged masterwork. You guys already know what the masterworks do, and I'm adding a quick axeless sling just so the weapons ready and stow speed is increased. Like I said, ever since I'm having Rifle Barrel on my shotgun, it's very slow, but with Surplus and with this and another thing I also have on my armor, you can't go wrong with this. You feel what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with this. Bro, stop playing with me and start singing to y'all. And also, when I am playing 3s, so if I'm doing comp or if I'm doing trials, you know when the other team has a shotgun, and this is like my shotgun killer. So if it's like trials and it's like round 7 or 8 and I know they got their super, I'm switching over to this and I'm using this. It has barrel shroud, rifle barrel, assault mag, slide shot, and vorpal weapon. Now for this one, I am going for barrel shrouds just for the simple fact that I don't have Surplus. Assault mag, because you do want to shoot faster to get this, get the super off the field. That's what you want. This gun right here is a super killer. So once it gets to like around 7, 8, 9, and I see people start getting their supers, I'm switching over to this gun immediately. You feel what I'm saying? Slide shot to increase the range, whirlpool weapon, more damage. It allows me to literally, shoot you once and melee you and you're dead. Definitely, this is that's my super killer. So these are my 2 shotguns I mainly use. And my last one is corrective measure. I mean, it's a machine gun. You guys know what machine guns do. This is the role I got it. Small bore, accurized, demolitionist, and thresh. Thresh is really good because my intellect is rather low. I really just like using it. You know what I mean? Like it just helps. I mean, even it's a little bit of a bump is good enough, but it's heavy. This is my heavy. I really don't need to go into. You really don't see your heavy too much in PvP like that anyways, unless that's all you do is camp and rumble. We're not going to talk about that though. So the ghosts, we have lesser core harvest. I like getting my enhancement cores or my enhancement prisons, but I have the build I want. I really don't need any material at this point, and I got discipline armor and catch. I mean, none of that stuff is really important. So let's get to the bulk of this video. Okay, the bulk of this video is really these right here. Okay, this is what makes the build go. You guys see the stats. Let's go over the stats right now. We have a 64 mobility. I already went over mobility earlier. You can either go 1 or 2 ways. You can go really low for a faster I can't even think of it, skating speed. I'm sorry, I've been talking for 17 minutes straight, but we're gonna keep on going. The train don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Faster speed skating, that's what this is used for. You guys already know. Or you can actually be around 5 or 6 mobility for strafing. I value strafing a lot more important. I played a lot of competitive games. You look at Apex, you look at Halo, you look at Valorant, you look at any other games, everyone's strafing, everyone's crouch strafing, everyone's crouch or wall peeking, and you need a decent mobility. Not as high as Hunters, but probably like 60's perfect. 60's perfect. My girl's gonna have to wait. I'm sorry. My girl's gonna have to wait. But yeah, 60 mobility is exactly what you want. So let's go to the resilience. Resilience is at 2 because resilience on this character, I'm not a Titan. There's really no reason for me to use resilience on this character as long as I'm over 10. So I'm at 20, and there's really nothing else that needs to be explained. Recovery is by far the most important stat in the game. It doesn't matter what character you're on. If you are playing PvP or PvE, the #1 stat you should be going for is 100 recovery. This makes you survive. This is what allows you to stay in the game longer. This can literally change a game from you losing or from you winning. Recovery is number one. You guys know. Come on. At this point, you guys should know 100 recovery. That is a staple, okay? And not only that, my 100 recovery maxes out my rift as well, so I get frost pulse. You feel what I mean? Come on, man, stop playing with me. Next we have 100 discipline. This is my grenades. This is a grenade build. 100, I need to have this as fast as possible, and pairing this up with demolitionist, I mean, you can't. I'm always getting my nades back, bro. You guys already know what it is, man. And this one, actually, I'm gonna talk about intellect in a minute. Let's talk about strength. Strength, like I said, is my phenomenal blast. I try to have all my abilities as fast as possible, but this is going to be the issue right here. 30 intellect. A lot of people are probably going to be asking, why are you running such low intellect? And I'm going to be real with you, bro. You guys see what's on the screen right now? I just mentioned earlier, Castle had a video on how much intellect you should run. Look what you guys see on the screen right now. So literally, if somebody has intellect probably at like, let's say 80 or 90, mine's at like 30, 40, all I need is 3 more kills, and I will get the same exact super the same time they will, unless they're like on like bubble. You feel what I'm saying? Bubble, or one of those faster supers that are out like bubble or well. I feel like intellect in this game is almost worthless. I see so many people maxing out intellect just to get their super once in the game. Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, you guys are wasting so much stats and so much armor slots just to get your super once, maybe twice, if that. In trials, you're getting it once, bro. It's like, I feel like it's the biggest waste, unless you're playing like bubble or well, or a faster type super. Like, I feel like intellect in this game is a waste. If you slay out, you're gonna get your super, and that's how it should be. I don't really, even though my super is probably one of the best ones in the game, if not the best one in the game, I still don't like investing in it, okay? Let's go ahead and go on to the gear. The gear, we have the helmets. Okay, we have the helmet, we have a grenade mod, we have a hand cannon targeting, we have a shotgun targeting, and we also have radiant lights. Okay, you guys see exactly what everything does on the screen. The main reason why I'm also using shotgun targeting, because it actually it tightens the cone for my shotgun pellets. Since I am using aggressive, my spread is a little bit further, and targeting for my shotgun on this is really going to help. Okay, next that we have is the awesome Mancy gloves. This is what makes the build go, because before I was still using Shadebinder and I was using like transversal steps and shit, but these gloves pretty much brought back the whole entire class for me. I've always loved just leading with a nade, and these exotics do exactly that. I am using strength mod, fastball, shotgun, dexterity, and this is just a random mod that I just put there just so I can fill all the slots. So since I just explained all the mods that are on these gloves, let's actually talk about what these gloves actually do. Fervent Cold Snap is its exotic perk. Your Cold Snap grenades have an additional charge that recharges quicker on direct impact. The seeker spawn from Cold Snap grenades travel further. So pretty much this makes it into Cold Snaps when it first came out, but on crack. So this is what the exotics gloves do. I'm not going to go in depth on exactly what these gloves do. These are probably the best exotics, one of the best exotics in the game. People are sleeping on them. Maybe it's because they don't want to farm them. I'm going to be real with you. I don't want to farm them either. You guys see all the gloves in my vault. I farmed a lot for these God roll gloves. You feel what I'm saying? But I'll be uploading a video on exactly what these gloves do. I've been seeing some other videos on the tube, and you know, they're just not showing it justice. I mean, some videos missing some information. I'm gonna just bring it all together so we have a nice little awesome Mancy gloves packaged video together, updated as well, because it did get buffed. Those are my gloves. So let's go on to the chest piece. Chest piece is pretty much a Tusk Allegiance robes. Okay, we have a strength mod, we have an unflinching shotgun, we have sniper damage, we have powerful friends. Okay, very self-explanatory. We got the boots. The boots is strength mod, shotgun holster, and taking charge. And a lot of people ask me, how come you're using a shotgun holster? Why don't you use like a shotgun scav right here? The main reason why I don't want to use a shotgun scav, shotgun scav right now, baby. Shotgun scav, say it with me, shotgun scav. There you go. Main reason why I'm not using shotgun scav right now is because this is getting nerfed. This is actually getting taken out the game, bro. Getting taken out the game in like 3 weeks. So instead of me just keep abusing this, I'm gonna just adapt to shotgun holster, because once the next season does go live, I'm gonna be using this anyway, so I might as well just use it now just to get used to, you know, only picking up one brick. The last thing we have is the Moonfang X7 Bond. Okay, we have discipline mod, we have bomber, and we also have high energy fire. I didn't talk about my mods here when it comes to high energy fire, so let's go over this just real quick. Radiant light increases my strength by 20. Powerful friends gives me a plus 20 in mobility. Taking charge allows me to come pretty much charge the light, and once I'm charged the light, I can use high energy fire, turning my crimson into a 2-shot kill. Okay, and that's another thing I didn't talk about. I have all this other stuff going on, and I also have a 2-shot weapon at all times, whether I want to have an empowering rift or I get some orbs out or somebody generates some orbs. My crimson is going to be 2-tapping, and also I get my health back as well, so I'm always in the fight. That's what you want, always in the fight. But yeah, man, that's pretty much my build. If you guys really want to see anything else, just let me know. If you want a little bit more of an explanation, just go ahead and let me know. But yeah, that's pretty much the build, y'all. That is pretty much the build. By far, it took me weeks to get this build, bro. That's one thing I don't like, is that you gotta grind so much just for the perfect gear, especially when it comes to Ascended Sarge if you're not playing Trials. And I'm just happy I finally got it, because I'll probably never touch PvE again unless something gets changed with my build. But that's all I got. Welcome to the Painbinder build, bro. That's the name of it. That's what I'm calling it. This is the Painbinder build, bro. And yeah, that's all I got. So if you enjoyed the vibes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.